which is really hard work. Where he was and here, he was committed. And I'm not going to say anything more, but I'm so proud of him. This is his first time actually speaking in front of groups of people. He did an awesome job, didn't he? It was amazing. And he's going to share more of his amazing testimony and story. And then Mateo will turn it back to me, and then we'll have Ken and wrap it up. You guys okay back there? You're welcome to come up and get near the fire if you're cold. Okay, keep it here. Keep it here.
All right, so as some of y'all know, most of y'all, my name is Mateo, and yeah, I'm here to share my testimony. So I was adopted at 3 months old in Bogota, Colombia, and I moved to Cincinnati, Ohio. So in Cincinnati, I had a good life, I was happy, but then when I was about 12 or 11, I moved to California. And, it was a big change. I had my life in Cincinnati, I had my friends and all that. So my first day of school in California, I remember me and my brother, we were hanging out, and someone came up to us and he asked us if we wanted crack. So, my first day in California at school, I wasn't really. Oh, for sure. Like this. Alright, my bad, y'all. Anyway, so, my first few experiences in California weren't really that good. I was nervous and I was full of anxiety. And then I started getting into toxic relationships with different people. And, I was bullied by a good amount of people, and I hated it. And I started getting into multiple fights, a lot of physical altercations. I remember I was threatened a bunch of times for random things, and that led to me becoming very depressed, doing a lot of self-destructive things like self-harm. And at 13 years old, I had my first suicide attempt in a first 5150. So what a 5150 is, it's a hold for a mental hospital for 3 days. So after that, I started using a lot of drugs, alcohol to cope with the anxiety, the depression, and the suicidal thoughts. And that just led to group home after group home, rehab, mental hospital, everything. And, it built up a lot of anger. So on my 15th birthday, I did cocaine. And that led me to go to NA meetings. And, at first it was good. I was learning a lot through NA. But then I had a much older man say a lot of weird, perverted things to me, and he offered me meth for sex. After that, I had multiple overdose attempts, and I eventually got sent to a place called the Camp Recovery Center in Santa Cruz. So I got kicked out of Santa Cruz because one of the clients was being like the older man. He was being very weird and perverted with me, so I fought him. My whole intention was to get kicked out. I didn't like it there. I felt unsafe. And I ended up going to Quintanilla in Loomis. And at Quintanilla, they took us to Heartslanding every week. And, at first I was really shy. I didn't want to talk to anyone. Like in the groups, I didn't really want to share. And then on December 10th, 2020, I woke up with a new mindset and like a new want to connect with God. And, I took that. So after that, I started engaging in the groups even more. And there were 3 really important parts, inspirational things that I did at Heartslanding. The first one was the second activity, I'm pretty sure, which was the stairs. So the stairs, there were stairs leading up to a trough and then a pair of stairs on the right. And the stairs leading up were representing the steps to anger. And then the trough represented self-destruction, alcohol, everything bad. So I took the first step up the stairs, and that kind of represented being in denial, not really saying that I'm angry, saying I'm fine, this is okay. And then the second step is I'm even more angry. I'm still really, really mad, but I'm still suppressing it and pushing it down. And then the third step, which is on the edge of the trough and all the self-destruction, is it's like that really big choice that you make in your life. You can either go forward and completely relapse and just ruin your life, or you could turn to the right where there was another set of stairs. And then the other set of stairs, the first step, it was shaky, it was wobbly, it was unstable. And after the second step down from the stairs, it was a little bit more comfortable. It was like kind of stable, but at the same time it wasn't. And then the third step down. It was safe, you know. It was like it was stable. It's okay, and that really represented me trying to heal and get better from my anger. The next most important thing that there was the map for forgiveness. So there were really important parts throughout the map, different flashcards that represented different things. But I think the two most important ones were the end, which was relapse, and my group, we decided that forgiveness always ends in relapse. Like, you know, you get forgiven or you forgive someone and then it just leads right back to the same cycle where you're hurt or they're hurt. And then there was another card, which was forgiveness. So what happened was one of the horses, Kid, he ratted me out. He went up, he nudged the card forgiveness with his nose, kind of like a signal to say, hey, look at this, pay attention. You need to start forgiving people. So after that, another activity, which was activity number one in the tour, which was the compass. So I'm not sure if everyone saw it, but I'll give a little rundown about it. So the compass, which was a model to represent my anger and kind of forgiveness. So I stood in the middle. Facing forward was north, which was to heal, to get better, and live a good life. East and west were like not really to get better, not to get worse, just kind of beat around the bush and not really, pay attention to what's going on. And then there was going south. Going south represented self-destructive, horrible things, going back to your old self. So what I did was I took a step forward. At the time I was 15 years old. So one step forward represented 10 years, so I'd be 25 years old. And 35, 45, and 55. And during my representation, showing it to Donna and the rest of the staff, I was standing on a ledge, kind of, not really a ledge, but a ramp. And I looked back and I saw that it looked small, like all that things behind me, all my past, my trauma, my pain, my hurt, it was behind me, it was small. I finally reached the light at the end of a tunnel. I finally was able to heal. And that's what that represented. So that already struck me to the core, That's what I need to do. That's where I need to be in life. So then what we did the opposite. I went south. I went 15, 25, 35, 45, 55 years old. And then I looked forward, and the ultimate goal of healing, the ultimate goal of being better, being happy, being content, living a full life, it looked so far away. It was unattainable. I couldn't get there. It was like, it's over. My life, it's gone. I can't do that. So that day, I really decided that I wanted to change. I wanted to live a full life. I was tired of being sad. I was tired of being depressed. I was tired of being suicidal. I was tired of the self-harm. I was tired of all that. And I wanted to heal and get better. So after that, I really connected with the Heartslanding staff. I really connected with the horses, especially Flint. It's strange that humans can really connect with animals like that, but I think it's because the animals, like the horses, like Flint, they reciprocate our energy and how we're feeling. So if I was with Flint, like grooming him, washing him, anything like that, and he was, kind of anxious or something, I could be like, oh, am I feeling anxious? Am I feeling like this or like that, So, yeah, Heartslanding, it's crazy how much they helped me, how much they allowed me to see within myself and gain so much more insight. And I can genuinely say that they changed my life. They made my life better. They gave me the tools that I needed to heal. And right now I'm 16 years old. I'm over a year sober. I'm like 417 days, I'm pretty sure. I'm doing amazing in school. In the group home, I finished 103 credits, which is roughly 2 years of high school, in about 6 months. My home life is so much better. Beforehand, before the group home, before Heartslanding, my home life wasn't horrible. It was pretty good compared to others, but it wasn't amazing. I didn't have that openness. I didn't have that want to connect with my parents. I didn't want anything to do with them, really, I was just kind of doing my own little thing. So since Heartslanding, I've become so much more open and honest with my family. I talk with my parents almost every night. I try to connect with them. I love spending time with them. I can genuinely say that I'm happy when I'm with my family, and I know I'm very grateful for that, because I know a lot of people didn't have that. And, thanks to Heartslanding, I do have that. I was recently rebaptized and I became closer with God. I decided to really work towards a better relationship with Him. I began praying way more. and not just praying for my life to get better, but praying to praise God, praying to say thank you for all my blessings, thank you for helping me overcome my hardships, thank you for giving me the life that I have today, thank you for letting me wake up today, thank you. And I'm so happy with my life. I'm content. I'm learning so much new things. I'm speaking to people. Like Donna said, this has been such a big dream of mine, and I'm finally attaining it. I'm 16 and I've reached one of my greatest goals in life, what I've always wanted. And it's crazy. I know that God won't solve all my problems. I know that it's not like a magical, like a magical snap. It's not going to be like, oh, I accepted Christ, my problems all gone. It's not going to be like that. Yeah. But what God is going to do, He's going to give me amazing people. He's going to give me opportunities. And again, like Heartslanding, He gave me these people. He put them into my life so that I could heal, so I could get better. And again, I can't stress, I can't share, I can't say, no words will amount to how grateful I am today, how grateful I am to share with all of you, how thankful I am, how happy I am, how much better my life has become. And, it's crazy, again, like, my mind's blown on, like, yeah. Good, Donna.
Isn't that amazing? That is amazing. Let's give him another round of applause. And the decision that he made to just take his choices for real. So I'm just super proud of him. And this is another thing that I wanted to say too, because how great is God when his favorite horse, what did he say his favorite horse was?
My dude.
One of my dearest longtime business partners, she lives near this young man, and she had chose Flint as her horse that she wanted to adopt and donate to. So she had been donating to him even before she knew Mateo. And I introduced them, September? Month ago. And while we're sitting there doing the introduction, Lori, back here, drove him up from Healdsburg. 2.5 hours. Yeah, they're staying the night. And I said, oh my gosh, look at this. How good is God that He prepares the way for this young man, and that they get to connect individually in Healdsburg and develop that relationship. So that's pretty awesome. Thank you so much. We have so many